next. It's a rematch of Super Bowl 26. The Bills are looking to get back to the title game for the first time since the 1993 season. It's Washington and Buffalo, and it's headed your way next.
It's the first weekend in fall, and we have made the journey to Bills Stadium in Orchard Park. The folks in Buffalo love their Bills, and a moment ago they entered to the delight of this sold-out crowd. They're set for football as their Bills will do battle with the Washington football team. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And CD, you look at our featured team here. They're squaring off against a very tough unit to throw against.
And this is not one of the better passing offenses in the league to begin with, Brandon. And to illustrate that point, they're down near the bottom of the power ranking, so the focus is going to need to be on possession-type throws. Whether they're trying to use their running backs or tight ends a little bit more, the big thing is to make sure the quarterback gets it out of his hands quickly to his receivers, and they hope to gain an advantage that way.
Two 1-1 teams here, each looking to move over 500, and we're underway here in Week 3. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. The Washington offense about ready to go to work. And at quarterback in his 17th season now in the NFL, piloting his 9th different franchise, it's Ryan Fitzpatrick.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
One touchdown, one pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or two free.
And this one nearly picked off. Kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's second down. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Fitzpatrick, open man is Samuel, complete. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. And just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. From the shotgun, it's Fitzpatrick. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
That throw's not going to get them a whole lot, but that really didn't matter, did it? They got what they needed on that throw. Picked up the first down, and I'm going cliche here. Game of inches, partner.
Absolutely. Well, and you talked to me a lot about opening drives, how key those are to set the tone. You kept the drive alive. 3rd down conversion here is big. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Again, it's Fitzpatrick. Open man is the tight end, John Bates. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Here's Fitzpatrick. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
I'm not sure it made a difference on that play, but one thing to keep in mind, here in the early part of the year during a day game, the sun does play a factor on deep balls.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. To throw is Fitzpatrick. And down he goes. Fitzpatrick sacked. Off the edge, Jerry Hughes gets the sack.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
So on 4th down, Washington going to call on Tress Way to punt it away. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. So here come the Bills for their first go on offense, led by their Pro Bowl quarterback. Now in his 4th season, it's Josh Allen.
And they are in rhythm on offense because of him. I mean, right now, he's got everything going the way he wants to, finding the receivers the way he wants to, looking over defenses. No interceptions is the number I lock in on. Before a touchdown pass isn't so bad either.
Yeah, what a game he had last week. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. The wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down. To throw again on 2nd down, Allen. And he whips that one incomplete there. Tommy Sweeney, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. From the gun, it's Allen. He's got the connection to Cole Beasley. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the 1st down. Now to be 4th and short.
On 4th down, on is the former Dolphin Matt Hawk to punt for Buffalo, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. Amazing. Perfectly placed. If that ball goes 1 extra yard, maybe not even an extra yard, the starting point is the 20.
So there is a reason that a lot of punters are also excellent golfers. They know distance control. You know what else they have? Same groove motion over and over. Once they have that down, it repeats under pressure.
Out of his end zone, Fitzpatrick. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's 2nd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Look at this, a tight end carry. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. And he gets this up just shy of the 15. Trying to escape the shadow of their goalpost. That helped. 10 yards, 1st down.
Antonio Gibson is an absolute dart with the ball in his hands, and he can make you miss, and he can run over you. Took a little while to crack the starting lineup as a rookie, but boy, was he sensational when he did. Went for 115 yards and 3 scores in a Thanksgiving Day clobbering of the Dallas Cowboys. And Washington, they felt like they had a real find when they took him in the 3rd round last year, number 66 overall, and he justified their decision.
So still backed up, but the situation not as dire now. 1st and 10 at the 14. And they'll run here with Gibson. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. On this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Fitzpatrick going to give to Gibson. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. A handoff for Gibson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. The first drive this unit had, they punted. This drive, much more polished, just looking crisper, aren't they, moving the ball?
Maybe the first drive was a little bit of a wake-up call. Probably a little bit angry that they had to punt the ball away the first time they had it. Got motivated, got to the sideline, said, okay, let's not let that happen here as we take over again.
First down, Fitzpatrick. That's complete to his tight end, Seals Jones. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 4 catches, 83 yards, and a touchdown.
And they think they have a matchup advantage in this one. They're going to try and find some space for him to work and make sure he touches the football.
And he'll take it across midfield and into Buffalo territory. This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down. Now Fitzpatrick. Throw right side, going to be caught by Seals Jones. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. A rough go there on 3rd down, a loss of 4.
Well, the good thing about covering any game I do with you is I know that there's no problem with rhythm. Now, what we're watching offensively, a little bit of a problem there.
Yeah, punt on the first drive, looking at another one here. Just a little slow. You know, they were talking about a fast start, but that hasn't been the case.
Yeah, and let's face it, any team we cover always talks about a fast start.
That's true.
But it's not necessarily going to happen just because they say so. And whether it's the script, whether it's, you know, just what they're going through, whether they're seeing different defenses, they're going to have to figure it out as this game moves on. Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air. And that allows the punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
So here come the Bills out for their second drive. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
The numbers for him from a week ago, 23 carries, 107 yards.
And the way they ran the ball in last week's game has to be satisfying to their entire staff because they're seeing not just a back gain big yardage, but they're seeing an offensive line really in sync.
And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. Well, we thought these two defenses, they might come to play. One has already come to play here. A safety for the opening points of the game.
Brandon, let's file this play away because if it turns out to be a tight game, who knows? This could wind up being the difference.
Now the free kick comes after the safety from the 20 as they bring the punter on to try and get some hang time here. So that one will be accepted.
Come on now, let's go.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Fitzpatrick now from the 50. Open man here, Sims complete. Give him 6 on the play, and that'll make it a 2nd down. A give to Gibson running right. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. Washington with a football here to begin quarter number 2. Washington on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Working out of the gun, Fitzpatrick. And down he goes. Fitzpatrick sacked. Jerry Hughes able to record his 5th sack of the season.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together. Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for Washington.
He gets this away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. There, this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25. It will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. Buffalo set to get the football back here. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. Singletary to get the drive started. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. It was Jonathan Bostic there on the stop.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. Oh, going for Sanders downfield. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So a costly penalty yardage-wise as that'll move the football down to the spot of the foul.
And what the officials are looking for in these situations, whether you're playing the man or the ball. And if you're playing the man, you get a lot less leeway in terms of what's going to happen at the end of the play. But if you're looking for the football, it's less likely to draw the flag.
On 2nd and 9, Allen. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. They got to get to the 23 here on 3rd. Now Allen. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. Strong coverage by Washington. And now 4th down. The kick by Bass is good. And the Bills have taken the lead. So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
Danny Johnson returning. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. And the Washington offense heading out. The results for them so far not that great. Well, not good at all. 3 drives, 3 punts.
Yeah, and now what you're doing is you're looking at your play sheet. You're trying to figure out what you're going against defensively. I wonder, are they showing them something they haven't seen or anticipated in practice, and maybe that's throwing them off? Or do they just have to go to a different play calling section and try and run some offense that way?
They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. And here's a give to Gibson. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. Washington on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Throwing Fitzpatrick. And that is incomplete.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far, offensively or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. So out of bounds on the punt, and the spot will be, the side judge says, right at the 35-yard line here. The Buffalo offense and Devin Singletary heading back out there. And he's had his chances in this game. He just hasn't been able to find any daylight so far.
Patience, patience, patience. And that's the hard part for a runner because they expect every run to be a big one for something to pop. So they have to sometimes go through the struggles before it happens for them later in the game. But you got to give credit to the rest of the team. They've worked around the fact that he hasn't had his normal big game.
Yeah, despite his struggles, still winning here in the 2nd quarter.
This is our time. Our time. Get ready. Get ready. Get ready.
On 2nd down, here's a run with Singletary. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Going deep for Diggs. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. On is the punter Hawk as he gets this one away. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Washington offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10. Time again to see Terry McLaurin in the Washington offense. With them losing here in the second quarter and his limited productivity so far, you'd have to think they're going to try to look to him a little bit more, right?
I would guess you would start to see maybe some quick screens, some hitches, anything to get the ball in his hands quickly and let him try and do some damage after the catch. Or maybe just flip some formations and keep him isolated where it's more of a one-on-one route and get the ball to him.
I say just 4 verts, right?
Hey, why not 4 verts? One of the best routes in football. Hard to cover each guy all the way along the route.
So far, just 1 catch for him. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. They'll run with Gibson. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. 52 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll try to throw here, Fitzpatrick. Flush to his right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down. Fitzpatrick. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. Fitzpatrick to McLaurin there. 1st down, Washington. On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. And he'll take it across midfield and into Buffalo territory. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Here's Gibson. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Here's Tressway now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. The Buffalo offense and Devin Singletary heading back out there. It's the 2nd quarter. His team has the lead, but I think he's hoping for a little bit more production out of himself.
And we often talk about preaching patience to a runner when things are a little bumpy in the early going, but we have to do the same thing with the offensive line. They can't wait to halftime to make the adjustments. They have to do it from series to series so they'll surface tablets come into play. Check out what the defense is doing and see if they can find a better way to run it.
So they search for that patience here now.
A great job defensively taking away his receivers, and he was forced to put that one into Lake Erie, but that's what good quarterbacks do. They don't take unnecessary chances if they don't have to.
2nd and 10. Throwing now is Allen. He's got his target. It's the tight end Knox. Past the 20. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but it's a great run with broken contact. It's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play.
Yeah, this is a guy who runs with such balance and control. I mean, he went through that early contact just like he was driving over a speed bump. And he's able to continue his way downfield and wind up in the end zone.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the initial contact on the next-gen stats. Extra point attempt to follow here. And he puts it through to extend this thing to a 10-2 ball game. The quick strike ability certainly intact there. 2 plays, 80 yards to score it. after the touchdown pass to kick it away. Now here's Johnson. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. And the ground game's been good, but they're losing here in the second quarter. Can they use that ground game maybe to work the air attack a little bit more?
I think so, because now you can throw play action off of being able to run the ball effectively. And oftentimes you might want to just swing your back out of the backfield, get the ball in his hands in open space, and just don't get totally away from running it, because some of these runs now, they may pop bigger as the game goes along.
Yeah, they've been good with the run so far. Now a dump off here complete. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Fitzpatrick. They'll set up the screen for Gibson. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. This is taken at about the 14. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Buffalo offense and Devin Singletary heading back out there. The passing game, they've had more success there than the running game. Maybe something they game plan for.
How come they didn't tell us about it?
Because they wanted to keep it a secret.
We did ask, didn't we? But I think what happened in this one is they've realized that they've established the run pretty well, and teams are going to key on that. They thought they could open it up and have success through the air, and that's exactly what's going on.
Yeah, they've had success, at least so far here in the second quarter. A throw left side to start the drive is complete. 7 yards to pick up there.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down.
I really like the angles that the tacklers came from on that play. They secured inside, took away the cutback. The sideline's there, so you can only go so far outside, and they were able to close in and tackle him for a loss.
Yeah, they used your boy over there, the 12th man. Sammy Sideline, right?
Sammy Sideline. You know something? He tackles pretty well, too.
He's tougher than an airport steak. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up fourth down. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. So this punt sails out of bounds across midfield. Now the question, they're going to spot it right at the 40, the 40-yard line. Well, look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. And I'm wondering if maybe they don't go away from him on this drive a little bit. He's been great, but they haven't scored a lot of points.
I think they still have to show him as a threat, make sure he touches it a few times. But as you pointed out, use him as a decoy a little bit and get the ball in the hands of some other people in order to put more points on the board. But he's done a really nice job of establishing them with his running.
Yeah, he's established himself well. Now can they put more points up? And he'll find his tight end, Seals Jones. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Looking to throw again on second down. Fitzpatrick. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. And they will get the first down here as they move into field goal range as well, inside the 25. Give them 18 on the play. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And you wonder if with Allen's arm, they might just take their chances by dialing up a long one. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So we've reached halftime here in Orchard Park with the Bills taking the lead into the break. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Time to give you folks at home a look around the NFL on this first official weekend of fall. So let's get to it. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. On now to a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for Washington. And they were able to have a little bit of success on the ground. The question will be, will they stick with it? Or will they be throwing more to try and regain this lead? Meanwhile, for the Bills, you get a look at what they were able to do throwing the football. And whatever they've done, it's worked, as they have the lead through 2 quarters of play.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. Here comes Marquez Stevenson now from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Out come the Bills now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them...
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The second quarter starts off with a bang as they snag over 30 yards.
So when's the best time to take the big shots downfield? When you think a defense least expects it, and I think the first play of the third quarter qualifies. They came right out firing. That's how you send a message to start the second half of a game.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Allen going to give this one to Singletary. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
A play fake to Singletary, and now it's Allen. And he finds his man. That's Sweeney. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
They'll run on first down with Singletary. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. They go right back to Singletary. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Throwing is Allen on third. He'll get this out wide to Singletary. And he's going to come up well short as they rally up to stop him at about the 16. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
Yeah, I like to see that.
Tyler Bass for the Bills field goal. A 33-yard attempt.
The kick by Bass is good. And that will bump the lead up to 11. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. First possession of the 2nd half now for Washington. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the 2nd half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
And the drive starts with a completion left side. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Fitzpatrick now. Short throw. This is Seals-Jones with it. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. To throw is Fitzpatrick. And down he goes. Fitzpatrick sacked. And Oliver that time to want to get in there and bring him down.
It seemed like he kept going through those progressions, and I thought he might dump that underneath, but he couldn't get rid of the football in time.
And I have to wonder if he was thinking while he was back there, I wish there were a lot less progressions on this play. Just someone that I can dump the ball to and get it out of my hands.
Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for Washington. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this one goes sailing out of bounds. Where did it cross? Well, they're going to say on this side of midfield. So here are the Bills to take over. They were winners over the Dolphins last week. They are on top right now as well as they come up 1st and 10. Now Allen. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 11 yards and a Buffalo 1st down. To the air, Allen. And this one caught by Beasley. This one is stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. On 2nd down, Singletary. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Allen going to try and throw on 3rd down. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. Singletary, they'll run for it. And this is going to be nowhere close. Needed some inches and ended up losing yardage. No dice for Sean McDermott and the offense.
And Washington will have it on the turnover on downs.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. So the defensive front holding strong there on 4th and inches.
And how about the battle of big people up front? That turned into a leverage game, didn't it? Defensive linemen, they won it. Lower than the offensive guys, pushed them back, knifed through, and made a great play.
They'll wind up losing a full 10 yards on the play.
Now Gibson.
And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. Tremaine Edmonds there to bring him down.
On second down, here's Gibson again.
They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on third down. From the gun, Fitzpatrick. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. This will be fielded at the 17. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Here comes Josh Allen and the Bills offense back onto the field. How do you break down his game so far? Just the 1 touchdown pass, but sometimes the touchdown pass stat category, that doesn't tell the whole story.
It really doesn't, not until you balance it with the error side, you know, and in this case, he hasn't thrown any interceptions. So a lot of people would call this almost a pedestrian game, kind of a bus driver game. But that's just really wrong. Being a bus driver is a good thing if you're running a football team, because that means you're in control and you're taking your team to the right places.
Yeah, he's been pretty solid.
Yeah, boy, this burgundy and gold defense charged up now. They stop him behind the line again.
Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
An extra man here in the secondary for Washington on third down.
Where's 52? Watch 52. 52's the mic. Watch his slap. Watch his slap.
Here's Allen. Works right side into the hands of the tight end, Knox. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. Here's Matt Hawk now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Well, here we go on the next drive for Washington. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is 2nd down.
I think they want to start getting back into this game. It behooves them to get better on 1st down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. From the 36, Fitzpatrick throwing the out route incomplete. It's Bates. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now in Buffalo. It's Washington with the football, but trailing here as we begin quarter number 4. 1st down, Fitzpatrick. He'll dump that off to Gibson, complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down. Fitzpatrick to throw it. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Jerry Hughes in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Charles, not to point fingers, but how much of this goes on the shoulders of the offensive line? Well, look at the 6 sacks last week. That's the 4th in this game.
Definitely the bulk of it does go on the offensive line. That's what they're tasked with doing, keeping their quarterback upright and clean in the pocket. But I think they have to look at, okay, are we bringing in extra people? Is the ball out of the quarterback's hands quick enough? There are a few other factors that they have to look at to try and help out. But you're exactly right. It starts with the O-line.
And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete. Cam Sims, the intended receiver. But now it's 3rd down. To throw, Fitzpatrick. And fights him off. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Mario Addison able to finally wrestle him down for what's just going to be a huge loss, and it takes us to 4th down as well.
It has been a rough afternoon for him trying to get rid of the football. See, that's now 5 sacks.
How'd you like to be the offensive coordinator, the offensive line coach trying to come up with an answer for this pass rush? What blocking assignments do you change? Can guys play a little bit better? And we're seeing the end result on the scoreboard. Long day in the pocket for their quarterback.
Now on 4th down, honors the punt team sending this one away. Diggs with a good footwork. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
The Bills going to take over again on offense.
Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down. Now Allen. And the catch made. This is Emmanuel Sanders. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
And normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the 4th quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think you continue to do so.
He'll rifle this one deep right side.
And he's got his tight end Knox for a Bills touchdown.
Dawson Knox with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game.
And the Bills are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. So there is the big arm of Josh Allen on display. He can throw it as deep as anybody, and that was an absolute laser.
And I'm telling you, nothing will light up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and you know everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And the lead is up to 18 now. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it culminates in a Bills touchdown.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And here comes Danny Johnson now from his end zone. The Washington offense set to take over.
And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Fitzpatrick on 1st down. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he'll be out right at the 35. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. Now Fitzpatrick. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And he is going to score. It's a pick 6 and a Bills touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
Bass on for the extra point.
And they open the lead up now to 25 points. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
Johnson won't return this, and the football will come out to the 25.
And the Washington offense going back to work. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick six put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them. Back to it after the pick six. Fitzpatrick. Looking sideline, incomplete. Cam Sims, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down. Now Fitzpatrick. Now Fitzpatrick hit. It's out. He lost the football. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And this is going to be brought back for a Bills touchdown. So that is now 2 fumble return touchdowns. You talk about something that's going to drive a head coach crazy.
Without a doubt. But for the defensive guys, once you do it once, you create a frenzy. Everybody wants to get involved, and they got it done a second time.
Here's Bash now for the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Johnson won't return this, and the football will come out to the 25. The Buffalo defense, they get ready as they trot back on the field. And they had the fumble return for a touchdown, and boom, they're right back out there again.
And you hear so many people talk about opportunistic defenses in today's football. Well, they make their own breaks because they work at it all the time. We've been at the practices, the drills where they're trying to strip the football, the takeaways. They're always working on it, and it paid off for them on the last possession.
Paid off. Now can they do it again? And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Fitzpatrick. They'll set up the screen for Gibson. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Fitzpatrick on 3rd and 2. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. To the air again, Fitzpatrick. And yet again, it's McLaurin. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Throwing again on 2nd down. Fitzpatrick. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. CD, this defense, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. So after the INT, it's Allen. Buying time to his left. And from the 4, they get it to the 8 on a pickup of 4. On 2nd down now, Singletary. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. The Bills on 3rd down, as bad as you can be, 0 for 7 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Here's Matt Hawk now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. That'll be a 50-yard punt with 8 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. A good starting spot for Washington as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. That one tipped, and it's incomplete. But good hands there defensively at 2nd down.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Fitzpatrick. And down he goes. Fitzpatrick sacked. And Oliver able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Third and long, Fitzpatrick following the sack. What can he and the gang come up with? Fitzpatrick now. Under pressure, and they got to him again. And Oliver able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. And you could say that is just another cherry on top for this defense and that entire team. But really, this defense has sparked what's been an impressive effort here in this one.
And notice you used the word sparked, because you're not seeing that on the other side of the ball, are you? The offense right now, the spark has left their game, and it's been because of what you described, that defensive pressure.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Here's Tressway now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. A 40-yard punt, no return. Buffalo offense back out ready to go. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
2nd and 8. Singletary again. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 11 yards and a Buffalo 1st down.
And sometimes things come together exactly like you want. It's not just been the volume of carries he's had in this contest. It's been the production as well.
On 1st down, Singletary trying to run inside, but nothing there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. So it's a victory here for the Buffalo Bills, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for the Bills, it's back-to-back